Yes, good evening. Now see the topic. Learn to finish. This is a regular dose which you will be getting every Saturday at 9 p.m. Is it needed every Saturday? Talking about motivation, entire YouTube, entire literature, there is so much, right? Everything, there is so much about this motivation. Do this, do that, right? Everyone, they keep on telling you that yes, you can do this, you can do that. And all of us, you are super intelligent. Everyone knows so well that yes, this is to be done, and that also when the Updesh is to be done, then we do it very effectively. You know? We do it so effectively, and then we break that rule ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'll be giving you a real good shock. Yeah. Because enough of telling everything good, right? Means, I mean, will till what point? It's like I keep on giving you sugar to that level till you become diabetic. Is that what you want? Because in that case, I'll be the worst person to give you any advice. It happens like people keep on say there are so many motivational videos, so many. And still, if you see the success ratio that is so low, it means somewhere something is not going right. Many of the sites, I am not against them, right? I am not against them. I am not telling that they are bad, but that's okay. But then why there is no result? Why the result is so low? So much so that the height is when you are giving, when you are paying some subscription, right? Many times you must have subscribed something. When you give even that subscription, when you are paying for it, right? Even then you don't do it. Gyms, right? You pay annual membership fees. Result, 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, 20 days out of 365 days, you just check the survey. Not even 10% of the people, they go for more than 50% of time, right? This is what really happens. And then if I say, will you be giving me, let's say gym membership is roughly, right? Roughly it is 10,000 rupees a day. And when it comes to that, can we give 1,000 rupees to someone? Let's help him. Then in that case, we start using all our logic. We use our logic. No. He is not requiring this. Or there is no point in giving this. Sometimes when there is a good book, we think 10 times that अरे it is bit expensive. ये book पढ़ के मैं क्या करूँगा, right? Time नहीं है, right? बाद में पढ़ लेंगे, बाद में देखेंगे. All sorts of things. But in that gym, in that all sorts of subscription, when we pay for it, right? When we pay for it, hardly we use it 100%. And initially, your enthusiasm is skyrocket, right? It is so high. It is so high that you feel that yes, now this I have taken the membership. After 1 year, my plan is to go to Mr. Universe, and definitely I'll be going to New York and will be winning the finest of the medal. That enthusiasm is still there. It remains there, right? But then it is your mind who starts playing the trick. One of you only, means when I was right in that comment, what your friend wrote was very right, that yes, I tried to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yes, there was an alarm set, but then what happened at 4 o'clock? That alarm was turned down, right? That alarm was turned down, and then what happened? 4 बजे का अलार्म आपने बंद कर दिया, मीन्स कि दिन की शुरुआत you started with as a loser. In spite of your all efforts, in spite of all motivation, in spite of your very strong will that yes, I'll wake up in the morning, right? Right on the first stroke, it was down. So if you really want a good success, right, we'll come to that, that what exactly we call it a success. That is, when do we say that, yes, this is good, right? We'll come to that. But first thing is that if you say that your brain is your hardware, and when we say that your mind is your software, right? And all of you are doctors, right? You are studying so hard, इतना अच्छा आप पढ़ते हैं, you know about your body, and still if it is happening like this, how can we expect rest of the people, those who are not studying brain, those who are not studying mind, or they are not going into as depth as yours, then how can they really handle? So it is like we have to blame ourselves. The problem is we always blame others. We find best of the excuses. So why we said that there would be one small dose every Saturday. It's not so that we'll be giving big commitments, but yes, every Saturday we'll be giving one commitment to no one else but to ourselves. A very small commitment, and trust me, whatever I'll be telling you only those things which I have tested, I have worked in my life, else I won't tell it. And you are free to ask me that yes, if you are telling that this really happened in your life, yes, I would say yes, that thing happened, that thing happened. If I say that word is brutal, yes, it is merciless, it is merciless. You will be surrounded by, yes, and I really know this thing, that many of the people, they'll be even listening to this. When it is your bad time, right, no one will be with you, but when it is your good time, half of the world is with you. It happens, it happens. And in such cases, right, yes, definitely, in such cases, say when you, it's a good time now, why it happens that God really puts into your that situation, because whatever God does, now when I say God, I'm not specifying anything. You can say that's superpower, right? That's superpower. Whatever he does for good. I really thank God that yes, it happened that way when that situation became so worse. There were royal days, and then it turned out to be one of the worst phase of my life. It was difficult to sustain. And but when on that point, when things were so good, it was my false feeling. It was completely wrong. I was completely wrong. I was under that impression that my biggest asset are these people. They are mine. I have got such a huge base, such a huge friend list. The day that trouble started, and that trouble was even imposed, it was done by them only, but then when it really happened, when it things turned bad, not a single person, all of them, they disappeared so much so it happened like there were only few, and even they were told that stay away from him. It happens. That's the reality. Why I thank God? Because when this thing happened, that all kachra, that is now clean. That entire kachra has been cleaned off. Now whatever is left is pure gold. And it is at that point, now you know the reality, and then you progress. So what I mean to say is, yes. I was never like an extraordinary student. Yes, right. But one thing is very clear, that even say even on the school days, right, I had a habit of studying. So there was in the sixth standard, I still remember because my father was called in the school. Say, I was supposed to write an essay on fish, right? I was supposed to write essay on fish. I started with that dolphin is one of the kind of fish, but dolphin will not suffer from Cajun's disease because of its hyper flexible chest, because the chest of the dolphin will automatically adjust the pressure, and so that there is no problem in nitrogen mixing with the blood of the dolphin. And my teacher called up my father and said that what it is. What is this? What has he written? My father asked me, I said, that's just before a day only, because there was one bookstore, and that uncle, he was so good. He said, beta, you can sit over here and you can read as much as you want. This is when I was in Delhi, and just 3-4 days back only I read that thing. So I felt like I must share it. So out of and that enthusiasm, I shared it. That's okay. I failed in that exam, right? I was not given any marks, but yes, it happened almost for the entire career. Say, those who are, say, talking to me for the first time, I'll just quickly introduce myself that I did my MBBS. In short, I did my radiology with MRI as my subject of thesis, and then into the field of IT, information technology, acquired 23 international degrees in IT, and some companies like Cisco, Microsoft, Sun Microsystems, Novell, right? These are few of the companies. I was technical evangelist for Novell. In very brief, if I say that what exactly is technical evangelist, Novell USA. Technical evangelist is a person who gives his correct opinion irrespective of whether the sale of the company will increase or decrease, right? So over here, the whole idea is that as someone asked the question that what's the topic? The topic is you. The topic is you. The topic is, do you really love yourself? Forget about others. From this point onwards, the way I always say that now from this point onwards, for next few minutes, it would be a one-to-one talk. So it is fine even if you don't want, right? Don't want any of the discussion, but don't write anything. Just listen. It is just one-to-one talk only for next few minutes. And it is in those few minutes, I'll be asking you only 3 questions which you have to answer. Not over here, just write it down. Just write it down. And tomorrow I'll be creating one email. In that email, if you wish, you can send that thing to me. Why? One reason. It would be like a completely locked secret. It will always remain with me. The reason is that whenever you commit yourself, you need to tell someone. If you have got someone who can really digest your secrets, right? Do it. But sometimes when we say that, yes, this is what I want to do, or this is what I feel, people say crazy, and unnecessarily we decrease confidence in ourselves. So for next few minutes, it would be just one-to-one talk. Gentlemen, why we are not, I'm not speaking in Hindi, because there are so many people, right, who are, say, purely for the English part. Anyway, just quickly tell me, should I mix Hindi and English, or should I stick only to English? Because it's like it would be happening every Saturday, right? Every Saturday. So let's make some of the rules today only, and accordingly we'll proceed, right? It's like it's for you. This entire thing ये आप लोगों के लिए है. So anytime, any suggestion, it is good, right? So when someone is telling that Hindi, this is, I'm asking for everyone, right? Can you quickly, English only, English, English, okay, mix, English, Hindi. Okay, okay, got it. That, I think this much is sufficient, because it is quite similar. So what I'll do is, okay, I got it. I got it. Right? The whole thing will go in English, but whenever there would be keywords, कुछ important point होंगे, तो I'll definitely be telling that thing in Hindi, right? So that no one misses. Otherwise, my English won't be a Shakespearean English. It would not be a difficult English. And gentlemen, whatever we say, right? When we say only English, or when we say, yeah, yes, exactly, that's what I was about to say. And Leela, you took my words, you took my words. So there is always a fear, right? The world's biggest fear is not death. The world's biggest fear is speaking in front of a crowd. Because when we know that, okay, so many people are watching, so many people are listening, right? It happens that तब ना तकलीफ होती है स्टेज पे, व्हेन यू नो दैट 200 आंखें आपको देख रही है, एंड देन पाँव कांपने लगते हैं. It is not death comes second. Death, the fear of death is number two. The fear of, say, stage fear is number one, right? And then on top of it, I'm not telling, I respect all languages. Everything means I love Hindi, definitely, right? As we'll be communicating, अभी और बातें करेंगे, तो I'll tell you some very interesting poems also, right? They are so funny, so interesting, इतनी मजेदार. But But friends, the thing is, whatever आप कुछ भी बोल लो, English is an international language, and most of the material, and especially medical, right? Medical material, it is in English. It is in English. English तो ठीक से आना ही चाहिए. Because you want to become a good doctor? Yes, I would say your concepts are flawless. आप एकदम superb concepts हैं. But when it comes to, okay, just tell me about neurotransmitter, and then you start fumbling. क्यों? आदत ही नहीं डाली थी कभी बोलने की. And why it happens like that, we are unable to speak because we never cared to listen. Otherwise, हिंदी आपको किसने सिखाया था? Who said that नहीं, पहले आपको ये इस तरह से सेंटेंस बनाना है, इस तरह से बोलना है? No, right from the birth, you started listening to that Hindi sentences, and you started remembering what's called as phrase. आपने पूरे के पूरे सेंटेंसेस याद रखने शुरू कर दिए, एंड वही सेंटेंस सीधे आने शुरू हुए. इसमें आपको कुछ पता नहीं था कि इसमें नाउन कहाँ है, वर्ब कहाँ है, नथिंग, राइट? सो ladies and gentlemen, if you feel that yes, English is tough, मुश्किल पड़ रही है, this is what your brain has started playing tricks right from the beginning, right? Right from the beginning. So what I say is, this is your comfort zone. This is where you are so comfortable, you are so happy. But success is not here. Success is here. It is just outside the comfort zone. So my first question is this only. Let's see if we say, what is your biggest fear? What is your biggest fear? Now this is a very touchy question, right? What is your biggest fear? क्या है सबसे बड़ी घबराहट किस चीज से होती है? Many times we say with failure, right? With failure. As I talk with so many students, some students, they are so honest, they say that I felt so bad जब मेरी नीट की एग्जाम में मेरे कम मार्क्स आए. आई फेल्ट सो बैड. यस, इट इज लाइक लगना चाहिए, मतलब इट शुड बी फेल्ट बैड. व्हेन समवन सेड यस, इट हैपेंस लाइक दैट, मैंने अलार्म रखा एंड और मैं वापस सो गया. बट माई रिप्लाई वॉज दैट मैन, it's not end of the world. Tomorrow you'll be getting one more chance, and tomorrow, take my word for it, you'll be 100% successful. Because when anything touches, right, when yeah, okay, let me read. Failing in some work, right? Okay, okay, kutte se why not? Even talking with my papa. Okay, stage performance, future, that's very logical. Future, about thinking myself, and what about future? Yeah, means the same. Okay, okay. Okay. Now see, when we say failure, right? When you say about falling, failure, right? Okay. Yes, these are biggest fears. But when you say failure, one thing is good, that if you have failed in life, right? If you have failed in life, anytime you saw this, at least appreciate yourself that you tried. बिकॉज जिन्होंने कभी ट्राई नहीं की थी दे वर फेल राइट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग. आप तो फिर भी यू आर होपफुल टिल द रिजल्ट केम, राइट? एंड वेन एवर you someone said even from yourself only that whenever we make an attempt, either we win or we learn, we never fail, right? We never fail. फेल तो आप कभी होते ही नहीं है. फेल क्या मतलब? इट इज लाइक इन दैट एग्जाम आउट ऑफ 100 इफ यू स्कोर 50 देन एंड देन यू आर कंसिडर्ड एज पास. So this standard was set by what? Set by that examiner. But it means that, let's say you get 49, so that means you fail. And if you get 51, so then there is a big difference between you and one who has passed. Is it so? Will that one mark make such a big difference in your intelligence, in your career, right? So the thing is, one very simple thing, that when you say failure now, what you say that this is what your fear is, right? It is not so. Your failure, your fear, in fact, they are your biggest strength. They are your biggest strength. They are your biggest strength if you utilize it properly. Because just think of, if you say, I'm very afraid of that kutta, yeah? Or someone said, I'm very afraid of talking to my dad, talking to my parents, right? I'm very much afraid of that stage fear, all those, or afraid of swimming. True? Don't you want to live? What if someone throws you into water? Make a valiant attempt, right? Go to the swimming pool, start learning. Trust me, man, under 72 hours, in under 3 days, you will start learning. You'll start learning how to swim. You'll start swimming. That fear would be converted. That fear would be converted into a pleasure. And the day it would be converted to pleasure, not only in this point, it will give you lots of self-confidence. It will give you so much of self-confidence that it would be reflected into your rest of the work. People would say, yes, there is a marked difference between the work done by you and others. There would be a big difference because your brain has learned the taste of that reward. We don't give this. That's why I ask this question, that do we love ourselves? Actually, do we love ourselves? Forget about others. We do love. Do you love yourself? If yes, how much extra effort you are giving for your fitness? When I say fitness, it is the physical fitness, it is the mental fitness, right? Because unless and until your body is not fit, your brain will not remain fit. If your brain is not fit, right, your mind will not be fit, and then we keep on making the targets, it is of no use. It is always a joint effort, it is always a combined effort, and it is impossible to change within one day. So don't even try it. Don't even try it. So every week, one step at a time. And my guarantee, I'm writing today that this is session 1, and trust me, in session 10th, I won't be speaking. It is you who will be telling your success stories. This is what would really happen. Just it is the matter of 10 weeks. 10 weeks. Straight away on first day, 1, 2, 3, 4 points, right? All those good PowerPoint presentation, thak, right? Everything said and done, finish, right? You'll say, yes, it was good. All those 10 points were important, but forget, right? No point. your brain won't digest. So first thing first. First thing first. The first question which I asked is that fear. And see, look at your honesty. How powerful are you guys? Otherwise, don't you feel that writing it over here, right? Writing on the public place and telling that yes, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that. Someone said I'm afraid of that kutta, right? Someone said I'm afraid of talking to my parents. I am afraid of swimming. It requires guts, and many of you must be knowing each other, राइट और यहाँ पे जो है आपका आपका जो सीक्रेट वो रिवील हो गया नाउ समवन कैन आस्क यू कि अच्छा ओ रियली रियली दिस इज व्हाट रियली हैपेंस राइट बट स्टिल सी I have fear of MBBS studies by having mathematics background. See, this is honesty. This is honesty. If someone tells that no, only those super scorers, they are like this, that, or forget. Look at your honesty. Look at the level. Means you are writing everything. And my fear is falling in love. Well, why not? Why not? That is good. Okay. It requires guts and courage. When you have got such good qualities, you know, so why to worry? Second question coming up, right? And again, it's completely fine if you don't write it over here, but answer it. You can just write it on the piece of paper. Okay. Out of 24 hours, for next 100 days, right? This is whatever you write, I am good, I'm happy with that. Out of your entire 24 hours, how much time can you actually give to yourself, right? I'm telling yourself, and that time is your time. Means no cell phone, nothing, absolutely nothing. Even if you'll say na 3 minutes, I'm happy with it. But commitment is for 100 days. How much time can you really give to yourself where it will be only for yourself? What you have to do, I'll let you know. But this time, nothing, no ifs, buts, nothing, no excuses. Means whatever happens, there is high grade fever, no worries. You have not consumed your lunch, dinner, no problems. But if you say 5 minutes, so then those 5 minutes are like you are committed. You have to. There is no excuse. How much time can you give? Right? How much time can you feeling sad, but it is 0 minute? Well, okay. At least you are honest. And I would say that you are so busy. So it is really our pleasure and our honor to have you over here, right? Because you don't have time for yourself and you are giving time to us and you are over here to listen to us. So I'm really thankful to you. Okay. Now see, half an hour, 20 minutes, okay, 15 minutes, all right. I'll not say no for half an hour, right? But it is too much. It is quite high. Every day, half an hour for 100 days, give a small commitment. 5 minutes, chalo. All of you are telling about 5 minutes, 20 minutes, right? Yeah, we'll talk. We are coming to that, your fears, right? Okay. No problem. No problem. But say what happens that someone writes zero na to zero means it is infinite hours. Anyway, we need 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to start with. I think that should be better for everyone. Right? If you can give more, it is definitely very good. Definitely you'll be benefited. Whatever you fix it, right? But just stick to that number. 5 minutes will, okay. Yeah, but we are coming to that that what exactly you have to give to yourself. The third question, right? And then we'll start with something which you need to work on. Third is, when are you, or in other words, what is your happiest 10 minutes in the entire day? This is, I'm talking about your circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm is your biological clock. It is that biological clock which actually tells you when your energy level is very high, when you are so happy. You do anything and suddenly you'll find, yes, it was so easy. Quickly you finished it off. So at times you might not be knowing answer of this thing immediately, right? But it's okay. You figure it out. Now say these three things. I'll just tell you what you have to do so that that fear automatically goes away, right? That fear automatically goes away. And you'll try to do that thing today, because first point and second point, it can be done even today. Just after, yeah, that is good, right? Worship of God, and then you are okay. All right. Take a piece of paper and write down your fear in its most elaborative way. I'll give the example of that kutta, right? That someone who said that, yes, I'm very much afraid of that kutta. Now, what that kutta kaat sakta hai, right? In case if he bites, so then one has to go for this Rabipure, right? An anti-rabies vaccine, and then so many injection. There'll be so much of pain, right? Fever, this, that. Write down everything whatsoever you can think of. And once this is done, you have to actually burn it. And when you are burning it, take a video of it. What we'll do with this video, we'll see it at a later stage. But do this much. Just by doing this thing, you will be shifting yourself to second mode. And that mode is that those 5 minutes which I asked for, it is this point when you will be talking about your strength. This is how our brain plays. You know what happens? Say, there is a scientific reason, but in our teeth, if anything goes, दांत में कुछ फंस जाता है, right? Now there are 32 दांत, 32. पर जहां दांत में कुछ फंसा, तो then tongue always keeps on going over there. Out of all the hands, right? All the fingers on our hands. If there is a minor pain somewhere and suddenly we start recognizing that there is some pain in the little finger, right? There is some pain in the little finger. Our attention is always towards wherever there is pain. Even there is minor discomfort. If there is a small blister, आप दौड़ने गए और पाँव में एक छोटा सा blister हो गया, then your entire focus is like, अरे, I'm having pain in my little finger, and yes, today I can't run. Just this much. Out of your entire body, in which there are two powerful legs and there are such good knee muscles, there are powerful thigh muscles, there are good calf muscles, both out of all those toes and fingers, the problem is only with only one finger. Rest of the structure is so powerful, you can run. Why not? No, you will say no. Because there is small blister. It is painful. But what if it is said that you finish this race and you will be given $1 million? Now things are different, right? Now you will say, no, I have to run. What if आपकी चाय में एक मक्खी गिर गई है? You'll say, "Phek do chai," right? Get a new cup. But what if the same thing happens if it is fully loaded with ghee, right? It is with ghee. And when the makhi falls in it, na, so you'll take that makhi out and कहे कि अच्छा बाकी का घी तो अच्छा है, right? We'll use it. क्यों? Why so? Because this chai was not that expensive, right? And we changed our decision, right? How are we? How is our brain is playing such tricks? This is the reason whenever we start anything, it becomes so difficult because we are not trained to learn to finish. We are not trained. Our brains, they are constantly designed in such a way, they are conditioned in such a way that no one wants that you finish. No one wants. Because if you finish, then you will definitely be reaching at higher level. And when you will be reaching at higher level, so then I'll remain behind. So instead of me making my line bigger, I would try to erase your line so that I remain in front. This is how the world is going. This is what really happens. So first thing first, you can't control your mind, right? But you can always guide it. So we'll learn how to guide it. Yes, there would be definitely a session of meditation. Yes, I'll be putting specific musics on this, right? The music which will be affecting your various senses, your various organs. Yes, it would be helpful for that. And in that process, that's why I'm creating tomorrow for the entire day. I'll be creating all those links. I'll be creating the extra account, also the Instagram, Telegram, everything, so that you guys can remain in touch with me and you can say that this is my fear and then I'll work accordingly. But in case of meditation, yes, it would be a very specific meditation. On that day, we'll be talking about what exactly you are dealing with. What exactly is that altered state? How it will really affect, how it will really improve your sleep. And your sleep would be literally like the moment you go to bed, it would be like switch off, right? And next morning when you wake up, you'll be so happy, so good. So much so that your brain will become like a sponge. And when you do this thing at the age of roughly around 20 plus or minus 1 or 2 years here or there, right? So roughly I'm putting the age of 20. Your body, your energy level is in best of its state. So if you learn any those skill sets today, right, for rest of the life you'll be utilizing it, and you'll not commit those mistakes which are so grave that when people start earning, they start spending that money for their health, right? It happens like at the cost of health. This money was earned, and then this money is spent just for the recovery of that health. This is nothing but a rat race. Rat race. The only difference between others and you is because you are super rich. You have become some of the finest doctors, so you are earning so much. But again, it's more or less same. It is more or less like someone who is earning less, but he is also into rat race, but his problems are different. Who show me one person who is not having any problem? So over 100 people are over here. I'm not telling you to type it, right? I'm not telling you to type, but even if there is one person who is smoking, you have to give me the commitment that you will stop it, right? These things, right? Smoking, it really, it does so much of injury to you that it is painful. So one, this is vital. Those who have never touched it, so nice. I am proud of you. So when we say we have to condition our mind, how to do that? Tons of material is there. Tons of material about how to condition, do this mala, do this, that, everything. But nothing works. Nothing works. After 1, 2, 3 days, gone. So we'll start with something which is easy to do. That's why I asked for those 5 minutes. Can you dance? Right? How many of you really like to dance? And when I say dance, it has to be like Paglo wala dance, right? No rules. This is the only rule, that there should not be any rules. No rules. This is one. If you feel, no, my situation is not like that I can't dance, right? Okay. Now see, those who like to dance, it is very nice. But in case if you don't know how to dance, then that is the best, right? Because in that case, it is completely freestyle. But yeah, again, dance, any dance, or if the situation is not permitting, right? Sometimes it happens that situation is not permitting, then you have to think of, and this you can do even when you are traveling, right? You are in aircraft, aankh band karke baithe hain, and then you start this practice. This is what is called as, I learned this technique when I was in 4th standard. This is called as freestyle story. Freestyle story. Have you ever thought of it? Freestyle story. Okay, listen carefully. This freestyle story, and it is so amazing. Whenever you are, let's say you are studying some very difficult subject, very complicated, very tired, do it for 2-3 minutes. Now the freestyle story is only one rule. Whatever the character comes, right? Whatever the character comes in your story, he should not be repeated. And now you start. It is like once upon a time there was a nice jungle. In that jungle there was a lion, and that lion, as he was passing through the rabbit's residence, rabbit was eating a gajar, and that gajar जो एक खेत में उगा था, एंड वो खेत जो था वो एक किसान का था, और वो किसान की बीवी जो थी वो रोटी बना रही थी, एंड रोटी बनाते बनाते वो जो चूल्हा था उसमें आग चली गई. ना वन कैरेक्टर, वन स्पेसिफिक पॉइंट इज नेवर रिपीटेड. You continue with this thing. You continue with this thing. Right? When you do this freestyle story, initially you'll find that this is completely nonsense. That's what I want. That's what I want. Who has told you, right? Our brain, right? It has got the right brain and the left brain. This is for logic and this is for artistic characteristic. So L is for logic, this is for arts. We are so much conditioned for this. We never strain our corpus callosum. That was, there is something like right brain also, and right brain is for pleasure. We do things so logically that we start losing that interest. This is the reason. Otherwise, tell me one thing, right? This is between you and me only, right? All those brave guys, right? Say, and see how many yes comes, right? I'll be interested in that. Right? Means it's applicable to everyone. In your gym, right? After that annual membership, you have paid the money, right? Whether it is now gym or it is your park, anything. In your gym, you went for day 1, you day 2, day 3, okay? And then suddenly you find someone, right? And you feel, areva. And then, how is your regularity? Right? When your parents are telling that, Baba, so jao, right? You are working, you are studying your medical since 2 o'clock, and it is 6 o'clock, and still at sharp 6 o'clock, you'll be visiting the gym because she comes at 6:15. Right? You can't miss a day. Happens. This was a strong motivation. Why it happens? That suddenly when this thing occurs, the entire purpose changes. Entire purpose changes. Why it was not happening that I do this thing for myself. Similarly, many of the things in life, we do it like this. So the point is this. Ah, we were regular for that. Very brave. Very brave. Okay. So nothing but you have learned how to reward your brain. When you reward your brain will happily work for you. And it will work so happily that then immediately you'll start getting the results. And when you'll get the results, it will enter into vicious cycle, right? Your brain will function still more effectively. You'll get still better results, and this thing will start continuing. And when it will continue, your progress is unstoppable. No one can stop you. So one simple rule, which will be for today, will be this. Three things, what we said, that your fear, you write it down, burn that, and when you burn it, take a video of it. Do keep this thing. And when you write everything in its highest intensity. It is very good if you really write all sorts of gali, this, that, whatever you want. Just write it down. Just write it down. Empty yourself. Over here, literally empty yourself and then burn it. And take this, right? Keep this thing with you. Second, for those 5 minutes, either you dance or that special story. When you dance, the rule is that the way you dance today, tomorrow you will not be dancing like that. It has to be a new style, right? It has to be a new style. You'll find that it is okay for 1 day, 2 day. Even for this story, it is okay for 1 day, 2 day. But then on 4th day, you'll find कि boss मैं topic कहाँ से लाऊं? That's where your right brain will come into picture, and he'll come up with craziest of ideas. And that's the reason that when you'll find that it is this gray matter and white matter, they are so difficult, right? And then that idea comes. Acha, gray matter, okay, and so this is like cell body, and this W मैं ऐसा क्यों लिख रहा हूँ? Let me write like this W, and these are axons. Yes, now it is okay, right? And you come up with that idea where you can remember it so crisply that you'll never ever forget. This is why we need to involve your right brain. The entire purpose is this only. For this session, this is the purpose, to involve your right brain. Otherwise, anything which is said to you, you will do it out of your faith, out of the respect, right? You guys are so good that you will be doing for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, but then again, it is the same brain. It will give nice excuse, right? So convincing, so digestible the excuse would be that everyone would say, nahi, nahi, koi baat nahi, do it next time, right? Let's again start it from Monday. And because tomorrow Sunday is coming, and we said that you will be starting it from today only, you will be implementing it. And if you break by any chance the rule tomorrow, you'll say koi baat nahi, Monday se karte hain na. Monday nahi, that Tuesday is very good, right? It is Mata Ji ka war, right? It is very good. Nahi, Budhwar, anything it is done on Wednesday, so it gets repeated. Then we say, no, Thursday to is best. When the Friday comes, so we'll say, Acha, chalo, let's do one thing. Let's listen to tomorrow's session also, and then I'll do both the things together. And it continues on and on. How smart our brain is for those excuses. Hai na? But if it is like a martial law, it is like a military rule. If it is like a commando training, nothing doing, you have to do it from today, do it. You will see the results. That's why all those climbs, right? Everyone climbs, but then they fall. Then they come back. Because the climb was tough from here. The climb was tough. But it is the toughest climb which gives the best of the view. And then at the height, at the peak, there is no bheed, right? Bilkul nahi. There are only few people. And then Rest of the people, they will watch them. They will watch them and they'll say, okay, wow, what an achievement. What they saw is the finished product, right? They never understand that how much pain you have taken in order to reach to this point. Na? So bus, it is a journey. Your entire studies, right? It is nothing but a journey. And it's like our promise to make this journey a happy journey. Right? Make it a very, very happy journey. And for that, we need to deploy your right brain, because then and then it's possible. Your left brain is so super fantastic. You are extremely logical. Right? So your right brain, that is needed. Now, any exam, any other class, anything, just 5 minutes is what is needed. Okay, so take care of it. Now, as we said, that it is the champion's oath. Now the time, it's a time for this. Don't type anything now for a few minutes, right? Just don't type. Champion's oath. This oath, every week, will be saying few sentences, just 3 or 4 sentences. But when you speak, right, though I won't be able to listen to you and I won't be knowing whether you are speaking it or not. But this is my guarantee that if you speak, and if you speak bindas, right, you'll see a big difference in yourself. This oath, this oath is for that purpose that you are giving a small commitment, a very, very small, simple commitment. This commitment would be for you only. You are doing this thing for yourself. Okay? So here is what we'll say, right? We'll say it thrice. We'll say it thrice. At the third time, you'll close your eyes and you have to feel it that yes, I'll do it. Whatever happens, whatever happens. And they are so simple to do it. Okay. So first, we'll write it down and you can also write it down on a piece of paper that with sound body, and mind, I affirm, that means I say yes, that I will not break. Now stop. Don't write. Because it is for the first time we are doing it today, so that's why I'm explaining you the rules. Right? It will take 2 minutes. When I say I affirm that I will not break, no. This thing should not come. Our brain has got tremendous capability of picking up the keywords. It will it will just hear the word break. It will keep on attempting that I should break. The point is, example, if you write, I should not fail, and then second sentence is, I must pass. Technically, they both are same, but no, they are not. Here, the keyword is fail. Here, the keyword is pass. There'll be a big difference. So now we'll make a small change. And that change is this. We'll not be using this not word. You will say, I affirm that I am the best. With whom are you comparing? With yourself. Here, this comparison is with yourself. You are the best. So every day, today you are better than yesterday, right? Tomorrow you'll be better than today. So every day, even if it is 0.1%, that's good, sufficient. But This is important, that you are the best, right? And the second, I am the fighter. And one last thing which you'll tell to yourself, I'll give my heart and soul to every work I do. Bas simple. This is our oath. Next week, it will be something different. But if you say this thing to yourself twice a day, we need that you should be talking about this oath. You should be speaking about this to yourself in total 30 to 40 times total. Now, in every attempt, you'll be doing it 3 times, right? And every morning, every evening, if you do, you'll easily be touching the level score of 50, right? Because every day, 3, right? You do it, say 6 times, in 8 to 9 days, you'll be automatically reaching at least 50. By the time when you cross the number 30 to 35, right, this thing will become part of yours. You'll be falling into this habit automatically. With what power, with what intention you say, that will make a big difference. And when you will be telling this, you will be doing it every night before you go to sleep, right? After you have completed your that high speed revision. In case if you are still doing it, you are the best. But in case if you are not doing it, no worries. At least start with this. And as soon as you wake up in the morning, right, even while brushing your teeth, when your eyes are closed, talk with yourself. And that's what you'll say. Everything word by word, that with sound body and mind, I affirm that I am the best, right? I am the fighter. These are keywords. And I'll give my heart and soul to every work I do. Bus. This is what is needed. Once again, with sound body and mind, I affirm that I am the best. I am the fighter. And I'll give my heart and soul to every work I do. Second. And now you'll close your eyes. You'll close your eyes and listen that with sound body and mind, I affirm that I am the best. I am the fighter, and I'll give my heart and soul to every work I do. Done. This is the commitment to yourself, right? Wish you all the best. And by tomorrow, there would be that account would be created, email would be done, and all that information will reach to you. Then you can talk to me. You can even send a mail to me. Do send me that what exactly are you feeling, because it would happen that at times you'll feel a bit shaky. It might happen that you might feel that no, things are like not going my way. Don't worry. Don't worry. These are the things, these are the habits which cannot be changed overnight. It takes time. But once you stick to it, see the difference, right? It is like you will be overtaking so many people, those who are telling you that you are no good. Then they have to swallow their words. You'll be competing, you'll be in competition, and you'll be giving such hard competition to those who felt that you were of no use. Just last, Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? He was from Austria, and he was like a very thin, lanky guy. One day he saw those photographs of New York, and there he said that I want to reach over here. And in a magazine, he saw a bodybuilder. He said that I want to beat him. I should be better than him. Imagine how hard was he working. When gym people, they were telling that why are you working so hard, his statement was that with every rep, with every repetition, it is taking me one step closer to my goal, to my dream. right? It is taking me near. And he kept on working. And you know where he is today, right? 10 times Mr. Universe is not at all a simple thing. So thank you so much. And I wish you all the best. We'll keep on meeting, right? Thank you and bye bye and stick to this. Okay. Thank you.